Hello DCT. So basically what I've got here is 19 pallets, 3 different colours, one of our best sellers. I'm going to put them all away and I'll show you how it's done. Do you know what? I just said to Pete then, I said, you need to go out. And no, and I said, someone will want to go out. Yeah. Someone will want to go out. Yeah, have you got half an hour?
It's alright. I'm pushing it, but yeah.
20 minutes?
20 minutes, if possible.
What time is it now?
10 to 1.
10 to 1?
Yeah.
Give us 20 minutes, mate.
Yeah, that's cool.
Ross, all added up, all right. I'll drop that on your desk. They're all right, all 19.
Remember to put your 969s away.
Yeah.
Just put them on top.
A lot of 940s, isn't there?
Nine.
How many? Those are 940s.
No 960s, no?
Not single one?
That must be good.
Alright. Yeah, not one. Alright, here we go. The whole aspect of taking stock into a warehouse is not just throwing it inside. It's called stock rotation, because what happens is you don't see the people in massive supermarkets, huge multi-million pound, billion pound supermarkets, just putting the tins of new beans in front of the old tins that have been on the shelf for months. You stock rotate. If you don't stock rotate, you cause yourself problems. Yeah, carpet tiles don't have sell-by dates on them, but if you work in food, then it does, so you have to stock rotate. If you don't stock rotate, then you're going to knock some customers ill. And with stock rotation, with carpet tiles, they're like wallpaper. So they have something called a different dye lot, what I believe, if I am correct. And it's like wallpaper. If you put an old stock with a new stock and you don't know, it can go to a customer and they can have 2 different slight shades of colour on the carpet tiles, which causes a headache. Right, now, old stock out. New stock in. You alright, mate? What you got for me, bud?
DCTUK?
Yeah, DC, yeah, that's what's on, mate.
There you go, on.
Cheers, mate. Cheers. Bud. Here we go. Danny. What was that, Dan? Some stuff.
Some what?
Stuff for the office. Hey, tell you what. Do you know when you just don't have an oven? You don't realise how much you do need one. It was like when you don't have a boiler.
Yeah.
It is the same thing. It's like, oh, my boiler's gone. You could be 12 o'clock on a Saturday. You'd be like, oh. But by the time after 24 hours, you start saying to yourself, like, you don't realise how much you use them. Yeah, I've worked at DCT for about coming up to 3 years, and I know a lot of the stuff by codes, and obviously all the sales team know them by the name of the tile. And what happens is they'll come out and they'll go, have you got the blah, 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 blah? And I'm like, oh, what's the code? But yeah, it's I know my codes, which has its benefits, but doesn't at the same time. But yeah, gradually over time, because I'm working with codes all the time, it's one of them. There's that many tiles on our website. It's just easier for me to work in codes. I know good old 50% of what we have in here, well, most of it in here, like, but when people say, have you got this, I'm like, I need the code, but it's doable. Right, old stock. I'm not just saying it for the camera as well. It's a great company to work for in here. We're based in Aintree Fazakerley in Liverpool, north side of the city, and it's a great company to work for. You're well respected, something you don't get, and I can put my hand on my heart and I can say it's unheard of some of the things this company does for you. People think it's normal. If they've never ever had hardship where they won't get anything, you know, even a thank you for Christmas, they don't get anything. There's a lot of companies out there that think it's acceptable to treat the staff like dirt, and in my opinion it's not. But at DCT, the generosity it's unheard of. I've never experienced it before, and when you treat your staff well, you work harder. When you don't, you don't want to work there. And don't get me wrong, you can get people that get treated with generosity in any company, and they are lazy. But you know, it's one of them. I'd say, well, go work where I've worked in the past, and you'll really learn that a lot of companies really do not care. And it's a shame because when you've got someone like me that, you know, I didn't leave school with the best of education. All I wanted to do was treat with the R word, respect, and I didn't get it until I come to DCT, and I can say that. Yeah, I got limited amount of respect. I got my wage, never got a thank you, never got, you know, you got your way and do things, and in the end you go, well, what's the point? But at DCT, I will go out of my way. I love my job, I love working it. I don't get up in the morning and worry anymore. I don't get up in the morning and go, I don't want to go to work. I love it. I'll come in on weekends and do work if I have to. I'm not bothered about being paid. It's not about the money's a bonus. If you love your job, it's just what life should be about. Not obviously, you know, there's other things to love about life, but if you've got to work for 40, 50 plus years of your life, you need to find a job you love. If you don't love your job, you're doing something wrong in life. And that's my opinion. If you want to chase your money, but if you hate your job, you've really gone wrong in life. Really gone wrong. You need waking up. Beep. Alright! If you're putting them in your office and you've got people walking in and out all day, every day, Monday to Friday, half days, Saturdays or whatever, 7 days a week, you want something that's hard wearing. You buy, you know, you buy whatever, I don't know. something that's cheap, it's not going to last. So you want something that's obviously hard wearing and looks the part and stylish. I think when it comes to working, a lot of people, they get blindsided by money. They actually convince themselves that money makes you happy. Money brings a type of happiness that you have to understand what that happiness actually is. It doesn't make you happy as a person. It basically fills your house up with crap that most of the time you don't actually need. And I realised that only a few years ago about what I actually spend, my money on. Most people buy stuff they don't actually need, or we all buy things that we like, but do we really need it? Do we really need the latest iPhone? No. Do we really need a Lamborghini? No. That's what I'm getting at. A lot of it is to show off what I have and how much money I have, when in reality, most people that live like that aren't really happy, because they've got to keep up the stress of keeping up that lifestyle. If you got someone that lives in Australia in the middle of the outback, an Aborigine, and then you got someone that is stressed out in an office up top of a building in New York City, who's actually enjoying the better life? The Aborigine, who doesn't have to worry when they wake up every morning, or the guy that's stressed out and has to worry about all his problems, his bills and the rest of it? Yeah, he may be a billionaire, it doesn't mean he's happy. It doesn't mean he's happy one bit. And I'd rather wake up every morning and be on the wage I'm on, because I don't have to worry then. I'm not going to get into a lifestyle where it's going to get me in major amounts of debt. If someone gave me £50,000 a year, what am I actually going to buy? I'm just going to buy crap, junk that I don't really need. Whoop-de-doo. Whoop-de-doo, I don't walk around in Gucci and Prada. Whoop-de-doo. Whoop-de-doo. If it makes you happy, it makes you happy, then fair enough. If you fell out in touch with life, probably. But if it makes you happy, it makes you happy. But the only person you're actually impressing is yourself. But if you think that impresses other people, you've really gone wrong in life, because it doesn't. And through hardship in my life of leaving school with no education, yeah, it was a bit too much of unemployment I experienced. But what it did do, it made me realise what is actually important in life. And it's not about your Lamborghini. That does not impress me. If somebody brought the Lamborghini to my front door, I'd look at it. I'd look at it like someone brought a 1950s phone box to my door. I'd still stare at both of the same things, because they're rare. It doesn't mean that I prefer the Lamborghini. I'll stare at a Lamborghini when it goes past me at the road because I don't see them. But if they were everywhere, it's one of them. What people don't realise as well in life, they look down on other people's jobs. So people look at people that may stack a shelf as lower class than them because they're a pharmacist, for example. And I'm not being funny, but the person stacking the shelf, if there was no shelf stackers, are you going to pick your own food for yourself? Everyone is a link in the chain. Maybe the best thing that ever happened to me was to be unemployed for so long and leave school without an education, because it built me into the lad that I am. I appreciate the little things in life. I appreciate the most important thing you can ever have is your health. If you ain't got your health, you've got absolutely nothing. Everything else you have on in your life, it may be a nice jacket you've bought, or whatever your holiday that you're going on, is a bonus. But the main important thing in your life is always your health. And people only realise that when it's too late. 969. Are they Dale sponges?
Sweets.
Oh, sweets.
Just post it.
Does the postman keep putting his post there?
Yeah,
Anyway, DCT, been nice speaking to you, and I'll see you again. What do you get when you mix an angle grinder, a welding helmet, and some safety gloves and copper. That's it. You grind it up and you weigh it in. I'm going to unload a wagon. Here we go. Small load, only eight pallets. It is not worth even risking it. Spend half an hour picking it up when you can spend 5 seconds fixing it. I just don't understand why forklifters even risk it. It is just stupid. Drag it to the end. Lift. Tilt. Now, if you can see the license plate, it says NL on it, which means obviously Netherlands, but the driver is not from the Netherlands. He's come from Poland, gone to the Netherlands, picked up the wagon, drove the wagon to obviously the docks, whatever, in Holland, or he's come from France, so he's drove all the way down. Of the wagon, and if you didn't know, there's a ladder. Most wagons have them, not all. Last two.
Two.
The two. Being a forklifter and unloading a lot of drivers that come from overseas, they have some of them, not all of them, some of them have obviously crisps, chocolate, and they will give you them. And the ones that come from Belgium bring some really nice chocolate. Polish lorry drivers, they bring sweets over most of the time. French lorry drivers, they can bring any crisps, chocolate. German drivers, chocolate. But yeah, some of them will give you them if you ask. I've even had Polish drivers give me beer, Polish beer. Yeah. Every time you unload a wagon, there's something called a CMR, and obviously I'm not going to show you it from the GDPR reasons, but you sign it. It's extremely important for the lorry driver. It has to be perfect. It's all for customs. Still not emptied the bins. That
Yes.
and that.
Yes.
Date, name, signature.
You stamp it, yeah?
Yeah, no stamp. No stamp.
Well, signature right.
Yeah. Yeah, I can't show you what I'm doing here, but obviously for under GDPR reasons, but it has to be very precise because it's for customs, and if you don't, it can cause problems for the lorry driver. The date, 4th, 5th?
Today?
5th? Yeah, date today.
4th.
4th? Is it 4th? Sure. Ross, is it the 4th? 4th?
Yeah.
Well done. Thank you very much. On the website, we have a sample page, and you can order, I believe it's about 6 samples. Obviously there's different sizes and thicknesses and stuff depending on what I can actually fit in the box. But this is an example. I've got 3 here for a customer, and obviously put it up. And it gets sent on its way. Obviously I have to put a sticker on it, address and so on, but what I'm going to do is show you exactly how we do it. As you can see, loads and loads of different ranges. Absolutely loads. Even more on here. They're all just to be done then. Well, just to be done. They have been done. They need to obviously trim the edges. So yeah, basically this is how we do it. What we do, there's 2 sections on here. Whether it's, as you can see, there's a red line and a black line. The red is what I call the fat one, and the black is the thin one. And these, I just know off by heart that these are red, and it's called a guillotine. And it's one clamp down, and there you go. And then what you do to get it nice and smooth, this time you can cut 2 at once. What it is, you don't always have to use the knife. It just saves ripping the carpet. Obviously, you don't want to rip it. And the last one. There you go. That's how it gets done. And then they get sent out to customers. And then what you do, because they are big, if you ordered I don't know, 4 different ones, obviously this size. The one I had on my desk before was a small, this is big. Happy days.